What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today, the 8th of January 2026. Today is Thursday, almost out of 1 week of the year already. Let's go over the price action on Nasdaq or NQ. No trades for me today. Looking at the price action today, we had a sell-off. The market presented both buying and selling opportunities depending on the way you trade, depending on your strategy, but the major move was to the downside. So let me show you from an higher time frame perspective what we did. So here is today's action. So we came up, swapped this high from yesterday, wasn't able to maintain, and when today's candle opened, we traded up a bit before we just dropped off. So this is what we look like. We traded all the way down to this new week opening gap all the way down here, and this gap is from last week. So we traded down here and then we kind of closed back up inside the range. So it is possible that we could still continue coming down, but let us see what we get. The current weekly candle looks like this. Don't know if we come back up tomorrow or if we continue selling off. It's Friday and we have NFP tomorrow on the Friday. So non-farm payrolls tomorrow, that's the major event. Let me see something here. Yeah, so that's a major event tomorrow. Let me look now at the H4 time frame. And this is what we look like. So currently we're coming back down after we came all the way down today. So came all the way down into here and then came back up. So the daily candle, not much manipulation to the upside. Immediately as Asian open, we opened with a little bit of a gap up and then we just started selling off and we came all the way down here. So we took out the previous daily low here and almost took out Tuesday's low. Maybe that's the next target, but let us see going into tomorrow. I'm going to just skip over all of this and go straight down to the lower time frame. This is what the lower time frame look like. Was just looking at this today at work. Let me turn off this magic keys here. So turn off this. So let me show you first what the higher time frame look like. So this is the 4 hour here, the main 4 hour. Looks like I can't zoom in that much. So the main 4 hour of the day would have been this 10 a.m. 4 hour candle here. I think I need to recalibrate. This would have been the 10 a.m. 4 hour candle that brought us higher before we came back down, and then this one brought us up for the PM session. So let's now go over each hour. So these boxes and this chart represent each hour of the trading day. So Right here would have been 9 o'clock, here would have been 8, this would have been 7, and so forth, coming all the way back. So this would have been London session over here, you know, trying to work on the indicator to show the macros, the way it looks like on trading view like this, but it's still not completed yet. So this is what it looks like on trading view. So see, this is London session here, and we actually bought up in London session, so we sold off coming into London, which is here. So pretty decent sell off, capturing a few points here. All of this is from one macro. So from all the way up top here, coming all the way down, this is over 100 points. Yeah, 100 points there coming down, and then now immediately we have another 100 going back up inside the macro. So entry within this macro here, and we could have caught 100 going up to the upside right there. So that's the first opportunity of the day inside that macro. So now that is this right here on the MT5. So let me actually put this on the, trying to put this on this side. I want it to split. Alright, yeah man, so that's that macro right there. Now this would have been the second one, so one entry here. This could have been another entry right there, right inside this. This was the low of this candle. This would have been a nice buy entry opportunity going up, and then we formed the wick on this one going down, and this is the hourly time frame I'm referring to. So this was the low of the hourly candle. This was the high, this was the other high, and then we formed this low here before this one closed up here. We formed the low here. This is a little bit outside of the macro, a bit of a sideways movement, and this candle coming all the way up here to form the high. So the high formed here. This one is another sideways candle. All of this is consolidation before we came down to here. This is another sideways candle here going into NY, and this is when the volatility starts. So by the time we got to here, combining these two candles, need to pause this. Alexa, pause the music. So looking here now, this was before New York. We had a buy opportunity here, one entry there, another one here, and another one here right at the beginning. This is inside the macro window, would have been right here. So the lower this one our candle formed here, and went all the way up, traded up, formed the high up here, and then we sold off again. So this was the high of the day pretty much, and the high of this candle was inside of here. So this was when 9:30 open. This is the 9:30, I think it should be the 9:30, and we just came all the way down. So sold off pretty heavily for the New York session. That is the main session of the day, and this would have been a decent sell off, decent sell opportunity here. the 4-hour PO3 would have started, the main one would have been inside this candle right here. Would have been here. This is where the 4-hour candle started, right inside here. However, you could have gotten an entry inside this wick here for a nice little scalp coming back up. Let me see how much points that is. So this is over 100 points. Yeah man, 120 points almost. Yeah man. So from here, an entry here would have given you 120 points coming back up, and this was the beginning of the 4-hour PO3. This is the main one for the day, and you get a silver bullet entry here. But then we pretty much just ranged out for the rest of the day. The high was formed here on this candle, and we just pretty much traded back down. So we traded back down inside here, came back down again, and this would have been another entry here outside of the macro, but we came into this nice little order block, here, and this gave us another scalp, maybe almost 100 points again, going into lunchtime. So all of this here would have been lunchtime. So this is the lunch hour period, and by the time we got over to the PM session that begin right around here, we had another entry for the 2 p.m. right inside of here. This could have been another beautiful trade from this fair value gap right here, and this consolidation gave us a nice entry. Again, the 4-hour PO3 macro gave us another buy entry. Could have ended it here because this is a little bit extra, because the market technically is closing out right here, and we bought all the way up. So that is what we look like going to end the day. So we ended the day right around here. So the day ends right around 4 p.m. So that is pretty much it. A few entry opportunities, like I said, some decent ones, some decent entry opportunities, you know. Let's see if I can go over here. So this would have been a nice one here, nice entry opportunity there, and then this one in the 2 p.m. here. So the market technically closed here 4, and this would have been a little extra run after the after hours. But yeah, after this big drop off, you have to be careful and be patient to get some entries, because all of this is consolidation. Again, like I said, we have NFP tomorrow. Let me bring up the calendar. So this is the calendar for Friday. Non-farm payrolls for US dollars, and we have Canadian unemployment rate. So this should bring some decent volatility right inside the 10 a.m. No trades today for me, because I wasn't able to take any trades. I was at work. So that is it for today's video. I'll catch you guys tomorrow to wrap up the week. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for the support. Peace.